Hi Scorpio, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you to my subscribers that are watching my channel, and if you haven't subscribed and you think you'd like to, you'd receive these videos in your inbox each and every month. Okay Scorpio, what's going on with you guys? Interesting, we have the Seven of Wands and we have the Five of Swords, and both cards to me, I mean, you look at them and you see this guy's having to stand up for himself. Others are opposing him possibly, or others are feel confining to you, or you feel possibly oppressed from what's going on around you, family matters, work. You're just wanting to stand up for yourself. It could be you're wanting to stand up for your talents and your abilities in the work that you do. You're saying, now wait a minute, or there's competition around you, and you're like, I'm the woman or the man for this position. It's me. Yeah, because someone gets left in the dust over here with the Five of Swords. This sword card means that, you know, he's the winner of this particular battle. The swords represent our thinking. So it might be that, you know, mentally you're feeling like you've been in battle with some people, or there's mental battles around you. I feel like this could be around your work, but it's interesting how they face each other, isn't it? So a couple of things. It might be around your work and you're standing up for yourself and what you can do. And just others are saying, okay, he, you're the winner. It could be in, you know, this also could be sports or competition, or in any form or fashion of the word. Competition, you know, if you play tennis, or are you, if I can get my words out, or if you are on a bowling team, let's just say. But it can also mean literally feeling superior to others as well. There's some definite competition and feeling like, you know, I need to take care of myself type of feeling. And possibly your family, what's going on around you. Okay, interesting for you guys, Scorpio. We have another sword card, but we have the King of Swords and we have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm looking up how these line with each other. You know, the Six of Pentacles is very much the generosity card. Feeling generous with your money, feeling generous with your energy, your time, giving to others. He is holding the scales of balance of, well, you might want to say Libra, but it's the scales of balance. So there is justice. And you know, letting his coins fall to people that need. It can be that sometimes, you know, you're in a giving mode and you're seeing someone by the side of the road that's asking for a handout, and you just feel like, you know what, I feel grateful for what I do have and I'm generous today, and here's a couple coins or whatever you give. If you're this person, you know, I got a sense of someone feeling sorry for another. I don't know if someone has empathy for you and they want to support you, and I don't mean just with their money, but they just want to support you as a person because you are who you are. And sometimes I think you don't express what you need sometimes, Scorpio. I think sometimes you do. Yeah, because here's the King of Swords, which has to do with, you know, analytical decisions made. But I want to go back to that. And I think sometimes you don't. But you are a water sign for sure. But you are, as a water sign, I think you tend to hold back your feelings a little bit more than some of the other water signs. Just saying. I don't know why that's coming to, I mean, maybe it's just a factoid about, you know, Scorpio, but I'm just saying you guys are so intuitive. But I feel like, you know, Cancer expresses their emotion, and Pisces expresses themselves all three of you signs are intuitive, but they tend to do that. So maybe needing to express yourself. This King of Swords, this would be an air sign: Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. It could be a man or woman. And when I look at this king, I also got the feeling of balance and justice, and then here it is here. So there's something that's going to play out. Maybe this has been these issues here are going to play out and turn out better than expected. And there's fairness in that. Let's see what else do these cards denote. This, of course, is Pentacles. That could be about your money. It could also be about your health, taking care of your health. Maybe someone gives you some friendly advice of a chiropractor to go to, or, it can be about that. And this guy is, he's been the type of person in life who's a professor. He's very analytical. He's very, thinks a lot. And he's about justice. Professor, he can be a doctor, someone who's logical oriented. So let me know who this person is. They may just be there as a partner, as a father, as a mentor, as a friend. The Page of Swords. Not like you didn't have, plenty of swords here. So now we have three. We have the King, the Page, and the 5. Well, it's interesting, the transition cards, this Page of Swords, he just kind of cuts through the BS. He just really does. He's a young dude, and the pages bring news, or they're there to make things happen swiftly. This can represent a child, children, your own children, your grandchildren, friends' children. So maybe there's an air sign child in your life and you're having issues with. But it can also represent with this little bit of, and I don't even want to say turbulence, but something going on up here that's requiring your action or your thoughts, your suggestions, your input. I feel like you just want to cut through the BS. This could represent an air sign, like I said. So in doing so, it's like, okay, let's get to the point. Let's be generous. Let's be calm and analytical about things. Come on, people. Let's just settle down and let's just take a deep breath. And then we can reason out what needs to be done, what needs to be worked out. The Queen of Wands. Okay, interesting. And the King of Swords. We have, what's funny is we have the sword here guy that feels like he's, had to be in battle, but then we have the King of Swords. It's like, calm down a little, calm down. And then we have this having to stand up for yourself, and then we have this Queen. The court cards resonate the essence of mastery, especially the King, but the Queen also has this essence. So it might be that, you'll feel your, how to work things out creatively and analytically. Okay? Interesting. Staying grounded, Scorpio. What's important for you guys to stay grounded during all this? Be around trees, nature, animals. All that is grounding. Okay, so messages from this particular crystal for Scorpio. Some of you may be traveling by Amtrak or, some form of transportation that's not your normal car, plane. It may be Amtrak, it may be, and that's in the U.S. Well, it's all over the world, isn't it? I was going to say you all call it something different in the UK, but whatever your fast train system is in your particular country, that's what I'm seeing. It can also be like a bus, which I know is completely different feeling, but it can carry commercial passengers or passengers for a commercial ride. So some of you all may be traveling, you may be doing some sightseeing. Let's see how that turns out. The number 10, that's interesting, that comes up. Well, number 10 in the major arcana cards is the Wheel of Fortune. So it might be that you're traveling for business and that the karmic wheels of fortune are coming up in your favor. I feel like some of you are going to be traveling India, possibly Middle East area. As I look in these crystals, that's what I'm seeing in them. So areas that are interesting to you, cultures that are different. Or maybe you just study those cultures. Maybe you're learning a new language. Some of you might be. And then lots of light blue. And light blue, of course, is the throat chakra. So, you know, I said earlier that I think some of you all don't express yourself enough. And maybe you're saying, well, when I express myself, people take it hard, or they, you know, I'm direct. Because I know Scorpios can be, you know, can be known to do that, but sometimes we need that. But it feels like just take care of your throat chakra and communicate your words deliberately. That's just what I'm getting. Yeah, I got diligently too, but deliberately, okay? So that people know where you're coming from. All right, Scorpio. So we have 7 and 5 is 12, 13, 14. Don't you love the court cards are always 1. 7, 5, 12, 13, 14. 14 and 6 is 20. Haven't had that number. Interesting. 20. So 20 in numerology, well, deduces to 2. And 2 represents being amiable. Being diplomatic, possibly partnering with a person. If you partner with a person, and whether it's a relationship or with your work, you know, just being diplomatic in situations. And that might be called for you to be here. If this is around your family or you or your business or work, maybe you'll need the feeling of diplomacy, right? And 20 in the major arcana is the Judgment card. So that's about rebirth, feeling like, you know, there's newness coming into your life, even if it doesn't look that way. That, you know, you're feeling like, oh, let's just do things differently. It's kind of like a progress report, the Judgment card. If you think about it, and if my cards were, I kind of want to show it to you. Let me see if I can find it real quick, or not. But if you think about the Judgment card, there's an angel above people standing in water. Well, actually, it looks sort of like the Lover's card, but there's nude people standing in water, and there's an angel blowing her horn. And so it's about the day of reckoning. It's about seeing what progress you've made and what progress hasn't been made, and feeling like you're a new babe, and so you want to continue to make progress. You want to sometimes you may want a respite from action. Maybe you want to pull away from the action and just feel that spiritual warmth, that rebirth, that you know that your soul is moving forward, and yet you want to take a pause, just a short pause from the human, all the stuff that's going on in life. This may also represent that you're feeling about government, political, anything like that. But I do feel like this is your standing up for yourself. But things sort of even out here. And then there's generosity. Okay. All right, my friends. You all have a good month to month. And thank you again for subscribing. You all have an awesome month to month. Be diplomatic and patient. You know, sense what's going on around you. Use your intuition. Be well. Take care. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye.